This video has been done a few times on YouTube, but this is a personal experience from two friends of mine who've been trying to live in Spain for 6 months of each year, at least 6 months of each year. And this is the hoops that you have to jump through now to do this, coming from England to live in Spain because of the UK not being in the European Union anymore. When I came here in 2008, it was easy. You just filled some forms in, pretty damn easy. But nowadays you have to jump through hoops and pay a lot of money, or prove that you have money in the bank coming into your bank account every month. And I'm going to quote you the numbers that I've got from my friends and other information. I'm going to be looking at my notes because obviously there's a lot of figures I don't want to get wrong. The information about the embassies you need to contact and this sort of stuff, all the websites, I'll put in the information box down below, and then you can look at that whenever it's convenient if you're watching the video. So to crack on with these numbers, I'll get on with it. Okay, so the first numbers I got for you is that the main household person, i.e. in this situation of mine with my friends, is the husband. He has to prove that he has 2,256 euros coming into his account every month. That's the figure just for him. For his wife, she needs to have 564.90 euros coming in each month. And any other family member, daughters, sons, mother-in-laws, you name it, they all have to have the same amount of money, which is quite a lot. On top of that, you need 3 months bank statements, and they had to be stamped by your bank to prove that there's nothing fishy going on. So, you know, it's just a matter of a formality with that. That's not an issue. But the other figures, I think, are pretty high indeed. So let's go forward and look at some other figures that you're expected, or other things you're expected to do, which is going to cost you more money. You have to have private healthcare for both of you. These two people are 60 years of age. They have to have private healthcare. That's going to cost them, for the pair of them, per year, 1,850. You could get it cheaper, maybe you could, I don't know. This is not my experience, this is theirs. You need to go to the Spanish embassy in London, where an interview will cost you £1,024 to go and speak to the Spanish embassy. On top of that, all documents have to be stamped by the British embassy. I don't know how many documents, but obviously quite a few. They all have to be stamped by the British embassy, which is going to cost you £30 per document. On top of that, the Spanish document is £35 for the stamp. You have to have criminal record investigations done, and complete checks to see if you've got any background problems. That will cost you, for the two people, £180. And also you have to do things like recent passport photographs. You have to go to a medical practitioner in England, and it's got to be less than 3 months before you do this, to be checked over to make sure there's nothing that you're coming to Spain with. So that's something else that has to be done as well. My friends were thinking about selling their property rather than go through all these hoops. And I think, you know, there's a lot of people over here maybe thinking the same thing. And I wonder why the Spanish are not trying to get around this problem. But they're obviously not. Well, certainly not at the moment. I've read nothing at all about that. And it's causing a lot of grief, because the Spanish are not exactly a wealthy people. The country's certainly not wealthy. They've just borrowed loads of money off the European Union, billions, to do various jobs in the country. So, and also going through COVID like we have, all the bars, restaurants, hotels, a lot of people gone bust. Taxes must be very low coming in for the last 18 months, so they're even in a worse situation than normal when they're collecting taxes. So, you know, there's lots of issues, and you would think that the English and the Spanish governments would get together to try and sort this out for all the poor people that have been here for years with their property, invested in Spain, and not only in their houses, but in white goods, in cars, you know, you name it, they've invested in this country. But they're now being, you know, absolutely chopped down. You know, they really are. You know, it's very hard for people, and not everyone is in the same situation as my friends. They can afford to do this if they want to do it. A lot of people, if I had this situation now and I wanted to come to Spain, there's no way that I could do it. You know, here I am on my very small balcony in my apartment. It's tiny, enough for 2 seats and a small table. You know, I'm still living a great life. It's 33 degrees today. We're July the 5th, 6th, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's you know, it's a beautiful weather. A lot of people don't like the raw heat of the sun over here in July and August. But for me, I've been here for so long now, I'm quite used to it. So I quite enjoy it. But I hope this video gives you some sense of what you have to do if you want to come here after Brexit. If you've got any questions, please drop me a note and I'll try and answer whatever I can via my friends who know all about this and not me. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please subscribe as always. Thanks very much. Bye. Ciao.